Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the Kia e-Niro, so the completely electric vehicle of the Niro model. So I am at the garage in Margencel in France, who sells new Kias and also some used second-hand cars of all brands. And I would like to thank them because they allowed me to have the car so I can make this little review. So the Niro model comes with three types of engine: a hybrid, a plug-in hybrid, and a full electric vehicle, which is this one. So there are also four types of designs, and we have here the premium model, so which has almost all the options and also has the most powerful engine. So it has a 204 horsepower engine with 395 Newton meters of torque, and we have also a battery capacity of 64 kilowatt hour, which is very good. It allows this car to have in a combined consumption 452 kilometers of range, which is quite nice. It drops down to around 300 kilometers on the highway, and for full city driving it goes up to 615 kilometers, which are really good numbers. So with this battery capacity of 64, of course the car is going to be quite heavy, and it will be almost of 1.8 ton, which is quite much, but also the battery is very heavy. It's around 457 kilograms just for this this model here. So in terms of charging, you can charge this car from different ways. So you can plug it at home, but it will take you 29 hours. You can plug it also on a wall box. It will take you 9 hours. And there is also a fast charging system that will allow you to charge the car from 0 to 80% in around 52 minutes, and from 20% to 80% in around 42 minutes, which are indeed good numbers. So for the fast charging, this car comes here with a socket type. So it's a type 2 CCS, so for combined charging system. So you can plug your car in a fast charging station. So it can go up to 100 kilowatt for the charging station, but the car will limit the input of power to 77 kilowatt to protect and have a better life for the battery and the charging system. So for the electric vehicle compared to the hybrid and plug-in hybrid, there are some differences. Those are not the same cars in terms of exterior designs. So here, as you can see, we have a full grill here, so we don't have any holes. You have the charging port, which is here, because for the plug-in hybrid it's on the other side. And you have also this blue line that you have in the front here on the lower grill, and also here near the LED lights. And you also have the same thing here in the back that we're going to see after. You cannot change the color of this frame. For the electric vehicle, it stays like this. It does not care which kind of color you have, for the paint. Now for the LED style, we have some kind of a simple boomerang, because, well, truthfully, it looks like some kind of boomerang or arrow, and it's a simple one. The hybrid and plug-in hybrid, they have both. They have two of them. Now, in terms of wheels, we are going to have a 17 inches wheels that are almost completely full, and this is usually in order to maximize the efficiency of the electric vehicle, in order for you to have more range. So this is a style, you can like it or not, but usually in this kind of cars it's more for to improve efficiency than to be a design piece. But still, those rims are very nice. So we have a frame here in chrome, the same for the roof thing here, and we also have some chrome here. So it's not too much, because in some of the cars you also have the chrome frame here, and here it's not the case. So this is, I do like it this way, and you have the chrome handles right there, and here you will see also the blue lines right here. So now let's talk about the trunk space. So this car has a 450 trunk space, liter trunk space, which is quite nice. Now just to show you like this how it is, so you can put, you know, enough things if you ever travel with this car, so you have enough space inside. And here you have, underneath here you can have some space to put, of course, your cables, and if you have some other stuff you would like to put. So this is quite nice to have. Now let's say that you would like, of course, to have more space, which you can with this car. You can put the seats completely down on the back. It's very easy on this car. Let me show you. So here we go. We are not in a completely flat surface with the back, but it's enough to give you more room to put your things. And now let's see if I can show you the complete space that you can have. It's very easy to take this off. I'm really impressed, only with one hand. And here you have 1,400 liter of space, which is very good indeed for this car. Now let's try to put this back inside the car with one hand. This is the challenge, and it was way too easy with this car. This is just great. Now let's put the seats back, and we're going to see what do we have in terms of, you know, finishing of this design, of the materials that are being used in this car. So let's talk first about the doors. So here you have a hard plastic, you have real leather, we have this blue line, which will remind you that you are in an electric vehicle of the Kia Niro. You have this in, you know, shiny black. You have some loudspeakers, and you have here some full leather seats. Now let's see if those are comfortable. So both seats in the front, they are adjusted for my height, which is around 184 centimeters, and we are really, you know, we are really comfy. The seats are comfortable, same for, you know, the space that you have in front, and also for your legs. And you don't have here a tunnel for the transmission, which means that you gain some space if you have, you know, a third person going in the car. You here have also the ventilation, which, you know, you can adjust the power, but for the, you know, the temperature, it's in the front. And here you have, you know, some place to put your stuff. So on the back, in the back, you are comfortable if you would like to make some long trips. This is a very good point for this car. Now let's go in the front, see how it is. So here we have some kind of also of hard plastic, but it's a little bit softer. You have some leather again, some hard plastic, and you have the shiny thing here in black, very nice. And you have also the same seats in the front, full leather with again those blue lines. And let's see, and we are very comfortable in the car. Well, that's for sure. You are very well seated inside. Now what do we have? So in terms of, here we have some soft plastic. We have this, you know, like aluminum chrome or aluminum like line here, and you have again those shiny black surface, which is very nice. We've got some JBL we have some JBL loudspeakers here. So we have 8 loudspeakers in the premium with 2 tweeters and 1 how do you call, no, for the bass, and also an amplification of 320 watts, which is very good. And here again we have some hard plastic. It's quite hard. It seems a bit soft, but it's hard, and here also hard. So what do we have? We have a lot of buttons in this car. So we have here to adjust the height of the lights. We have the, the blind spot assist. We have the sound system for the pedestrian. If, you are not going fast, in the city, you will have a little sound, a little music. It's not a sound, it's a music, some kind of a music for the pedestrians. We have the lane assist. If you ever go, on the other lane, it will stop you from going if it can see the lines. And we have here a 10.2 inch screen and a lot of buttons here to control, some of the shortcuts here of the screen. And you have also to control the temperature and the power, the ventilation system. I do like it, the fact that it is, real buttons for it, because in some other cars, it's not always practical in order for you, to go to the menu and then change. Maybe it depends on the brand, but I don't really enjoy. I prefer to have, the buttons like this. You have a wireless charging system here for the phone. You have a 12-volt socket, USB, another USB, some space here, and you have also some space right there for your bottles that you can also, have more space like this, or put them back like that by pushing. And you have also here another socket, another USB socket. So this is very good if you have to make a trip and you have a lot of devices. At least you can charge them, so this is enjoyable. Now you have the the gear system, so you can change like this. You can just move like this to switch between the gears, and you have the parking here. You have the heated seats. In option you have ventilated seat, but it's not here in this car. You have the auto hold for the handbrake. You have the electronic handbrake, so this is very practical if you are in the traffic and at least you don't need to keep your foot on the pedal. You have here the heated steering wheel and the parking system, so with the front sensor, rear sensor, and you also have directional lines, rear camera. And you have the different driving modes that you can have with this car, which is Eco Plus, Eco, Standard, and Normal. And I think you can configure the three of them, but not the Eco Plus. The Eco Plus is a mode that will, give you more range by throttling the accelerator pedal, the power, the electronic systems, the ventilation, and also it will limit the speed of the car to 90 kilometers per hour in order for you, to reduce the consumption. So we have made here the turn. We have also, which is quite interesting, a driver-only button for the warming system, for the ventilation, which is also very good, because at least you don't need to, to heat up all the car if you would like just to have, warm air on you. So very important. In winter, if it's not too cold, I suggest that you use the heated seats and the steering wheel heat, because it will consume way less energy than using the ventilation. So if you can, well, do it. So now what do we have? So we have automatic windscreen wipers in the front and in the back. We have also the electronic lights, the automatic lights, sorry. And we have a lot of buttons here on the steering wheel, and we will see some of them. So now let's hop into it and start the car just to show you some of the features. So here the car is in French, so I try to translate the few things that I'm going to show you. So here we have the startup screen, and most of the times in some cars you have to to confirm, like in Japanese cars, Korean cars, you have at least to confirm that you have read that you need to be careful on the road. Here we have the home menu of the car, while you will have the radio system, you will have the navigation, and you will have here the weather information, which is currently loading. Of course, you can click on this to have the full view. You have the GPS, which is, you know, quite reactive. It's quite fast. You know, I don't see any problems so far with this. You can go back here to the home screen. You have the weather. So as you can see here, it's not ready yet. I say that it has no cache of information. It has to, you know, to fetch it all the time. And you have here some shortcuts. So you have the map. You can go then to the navigation system where you can, you know, configure your address. And you have also to find, you know, the charging spots here. Just need this to go away. The charging places here and etc. So it's a lot of stuff. Then you have the radio button. You have the media button. So you can also switch, you know, with DAB, Bluetooth and everything. And you have the setup button of the vehicle. So you can have to change some settings in the vehicle, the navigation, the sound, etc., etc. A lot of stuff. I will not go into the details of each of them, of just this one. We have the drive modes where you can configure the eco mode. You can change the climatization style if it's eco mode or normal mode. You can switch also the, you know, the when you recuperate energy when you're braking. You can have here the you know, the power of the regeneration, and you can limit, if you want, the maximum speed of the car. So for the Eco Plus, as you can see, we cannot configure it, but you can see that it would have been configured here with the 90-kilometer limit, which we will see after. So this is for this part. So now for this part here, so you can switch between the 4 menus app by pressing this button. So as you can see, we have the car, we have the navigation, we have the assistance, we know, with the lane assist to see if you have a car in front of you, etc. You have, you know, a lot of changes that you can do for, you know, all the safety features, for the doors, for the lights, for the sound, for the comfort, etc., etc., a lot of stuff. And if we go back to this one, you have also some squares on the right side, and this means that you have other menus that you can switch here with this. So you can see here we have type of driving, you have some information on the driving, etc., etc., the consumption. So a lot of information that is easily available, you know, at a touch of a button. So this is very, very good. I enjoy this. And then here you can configure the distance that you would like to have with the car in front of you. And this, I don't remember exactly here, what is this one. So as I said, you have different driving modes that you can switch: eco, normal, sport, and back to eco. If you would like to go to the Eco Plus, you need to long press the eco, the drive mode button. Now, as I said before, you can recuperate some energy when you are, you know, braking. Of course, this is an electric car. If you brake, it will, you know, take back some energy to charge the battery. Now, also, you can have the one pedal driving style with this car by using those handles here. Okay, so those handles will allow you to change the power of the braking regeneration. So, you know, when you take your foot off the accelerator pedal, it will allow you to have different settings. So if I can show you, I need to put myself in the D mode. So that's if I would like to advance with the car. And you have, and you can change, let me see here, we have an automatic mode. Let's first start, if I long press here, we'll have the manual mode. Now here it's in blue. You have level 3. You can go to level 2, to level 1, and to level 0. Level 3 is the strongest regeneration, and level 0 is, you know, no regeneration at all when you take your foot off the accelerator pedal. So you are, you know, I don't remember how you say it in English. It's like you don't have any gear engaged, let's say. And you can have a long press here. You can have the auto mode, and you can also configure the strength of the recuperation. And you have, how can I say, it will be able to brake using the, you know, this mode when you have a car in front of you which is braking, for example. So this is extremely practical and I think enjoyable that we can try to test after. You also have in the cluster, you have the, if you are charging your car because you are braking, you have the power that you are putting, you have the battery level, and here of course the speedometer. So what else there is to say? I think so far nothing more. Here you can see that the weather here appeared, and we will make a little drive with this car and see if it's really comfortable while driving it. See you. Okay, so let's drive a little bit with the car. So we are here in sport mode because we are going to enter a some kind of a high-speed road, and I would like to see the power that this car has to offer when you really need to have some sporty driving, dynamic driving, and I'm going to show you how that is. So we're in sport mode, and for the regeneration of the battery we are in auto mode, which is here in blue. It is in blue because it detects the car in front of us and it is able to make the decision on which on how much it should brake the car. If it's in white, that means that it does not see the car in front. So let's see. Whoa. So the car has a lot of punch. With the sport mode, we can see that the accelerator pedal is extremely sensitive. This is for sure. It is very, very sensitive. It's very sensitive. It's very powerful. So you have all the power that the car has to offer. It's really impressive. So yes, it's the first time that I'm driving a full electric car, completely electric car that has that much power. So 204 horsepower and 395 Newton meters of torque. So this is not a car in the Angel side. It's very dynamic. And now if I go a little bit to the left, I can see the car is showing me here that I am going too much to the left. I think the steering wheel was a bit vibrating, and it tries to put me, it puts me back on track. So this is just the second time that I'm driving this car because I just did it for the French version, and I'm very impressed with the handling of the car. In terms of noise, you don't hear too much noise from the from the outside. You just have the noise of the road a little bit, because as it is an electric car you will hear the noise of the road, but it's not too much. In terms of suspension, I'm also impressed. The car is comfortable, that's for sure, and for the seats also comfortable. For the driving side at least, you have the lumbar support, which is a good add if you make to plan some long trips. So now I'm going to see, so the car is braking by itself, but at the end I still need to brake manually because I'm not using the adaptive cruise control. I'm just using the automatic regeneration system, which will allow the car to brake by itself when the car in front of you brakes. So now this is very comfortable. Let's see now. So we have 427 range, and if we go to the eco mode, as you can see, it gives you another a dynamic read of the suspected range that you can still have. So you need to be very careful with the sport mode because the car is extremely reactive. So it's a little bit less comfortable, of course, because you have a high reactivity with the car, so it's more comfortable in eco mode. but at least you have a lot of power. So now we can maximize our range because we are in eco mode. So the accelerator pedal is a bit less responsive, which makes the car more comfortable. And let's see, if we go to Eco Plus, I did not test this mode. So now we are in Eco Plus, and we are limited in terms of speed to 90 kilometers per hour. Now in terms of regen, we're only at two bars. I'm going to put ourselves at 3 just to see how the car drives. So now I can have a one pedal driving style with the car. The steering wheel is also, you know, very comfortable when you're handling it. You have a good grip. This is very important, and especially because I have noticed that especially in the sport mode, you have so much power that also the road is a little bit slippery. But even at 60 kilometers per hour, you can slip by just accelerating a little bit too strong. So just to give you how much torque this car has, I'm very impressed. You cannot feel asleep in this car if you are in sport mode. You know, you really have a dynamic car. And let's see if I go I'm going to go maybe too much to the left after. So now the system here is in blue for the lane assist, and you have those two lines. If they're in white, that means that it is able to see the lines and it's able to put you back on track. If they are in gray, or if the icon is in white, that means that the car cannot take over. It does not see the lines. So now let's go back. So this is just a short trip to see if the car is, you know, is indeed comfortable by driving. But this car is very easy to drive. The steering wheel is, you know, the steering assist is very good. The suspensions are very good. The isolation from the outside world is also very good. It's a very good car. I'm really impressed. I'm impressed with it. What I did not check is for the blind spot assist. Yeah, because I did not really have a car near me. So definitely with this car you need to be careful if you are not used to electric cars, especially with this one which has, you know, 204 horsepower. You need to be careful if you are not used to it, especially in the sport mode. The car is extremely aggressive when you accelerate. But in general, it's very easy to drive. You don't have the impression that the car is too big on the road, which is also a good point. You are confident while you are driving this car. So there is actually nothing, you know, it's very easy. It's ridiculously easy to drive this car. You can be confident, you feel safe. But as it is, you know, just a SUV, this car has only, you know, it's a two-wheel traction system. It has not, it does not have a four-wheel drive, which is a little bit sad, especially when you have a sport mode with a car that has 204 horsepower. So this is just, for me right now, just the bad point of this car is to have, you know, just a two-wheel system. I think that, you know, if you drive in a sport manner, this is not, let's say, safe enough, good enough. But in terms of, you know, the design, I do enjoy the design of the car. So it's not, you know, as smooth as some other cars. You know, you still have a lot of buttons. You have also some big buttons here on the side, on the, you know, on the doors. But otherwise, in general, this is a good car for, you know, for everyday driving, and also for occasional, you know, highway because you would like to go on holidays, the range of this car will allow you to do this. And with the fast charging system, it means, you know, that now it is now possible for you to, you know, to drive for a long range. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time for another one. Bye bye.